zinashika kwa mbali, na hii zile mapanzi takubali. Hizi ni zile zenye zikae kama zao, toka zamani sizungusha ngama zao. Fanya mzinga zimejipata kozao, wananizuma chunguze mzigo is how. Kasi legit bra cannabis, ndani ya zip bar cannabis. Utona mazizi za utani miss, makali mzinga za pazi zinaingia na giz mchana tufanyi kazi. Wanaulizia gish ama wasipate chance, zaidi ya muziki zunguka fanya research. Ilibidi nizidi walianza kucheza na cash, na hii ni zile zile kwa imeuwai. Hii ni zile zile peria na high, hii ni zile zinashika kwa mbali, na hii ni zile mapanzi takubali, na hii ni zile zile kwa imeuwai. Hii ni zile zile peria na high, hii ni zile zinashika kwa mbali, na hii ni zile mapanzi takubali. Huwezi nipata zitabaki kuwa ya fantasy, mtoto dogo na nikatia kata tenje muda kata scene. Fani niga ushakuwa chati na kinda zile ziko potent, hizi ndo zile ufanya mbarambamba jitupe kwa matope. Na usichoche, chunga usije kuwa content, tukirekod to post it, hiyo romba itoke. Zinaingia na giz mchana tufanyi kazi, wanaulizia gish ama wasipate chance. Zaidi ya muziki zunguka fanya research, ilibidi nizidi walianza kucheza na cash, na hii ni zile zile kwa imeuwai. Hii ni zile zile peria na high, hii ni zile zinashika kwa mbali, na hii ni zile mapanzi takubali, na hii ni zile zile kwa imeuwai. Hii ni zile zile peria na high, hii ni zile zinashika kwa mbali, na hii ni zile mapanzi takubali.
Yes, family, karibuni sana. What a guan. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Welcome officially to the Rythm Scoop Show. And of course, it is 49 minutes past 2 p.m. in the 254. Let me know what is the time on your side. To all our first-time listeners, welcome and stay put. This is all about entertainment and culture. Nothing less than positivity is what we are spreading on this amazing Monday afternoon. Karibuni to the returning listeners. How are you guys doing? And for those who are listening to me via the radio station, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys did enjoy your weekend. But karibuni sana. Let's dive into this amazing show. Let's conversate, and of course, let's keep it the black hot fire. With me is Katie. I am Shmani. I am the captain of the day.
Yes, hello good people. Karibuni sana once again to the Rythm Scope Show. I hope you're doing great. I hope your Monday is going on well, and I hope you are looking forward to having an interactive conversation with us right here. Remember, we are live and interactive on our media handles. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, everywhere, on X at Black Hot Fire Network. We are also live, or we have an active WhatsApp number 0705-428-388. Get to interact with us. Do let us know how your Monday is going, and also how was your weekend.
Yes, just like you guys heard it, today is all about positivity. So we are going for this short commercial musical break, and then of course we'll be back with the quote of the day. You heard it. We are live and interactive on all social media platforms, so kuwa rada manze au sio? But this is of course Calligraph Jones coming in with the Chocha. But before that, kindly, if you are locked in with us, come back with a quote of the day. Motivate people, motivate the beautiful women in the building, motivate those who are going to watch this video later, and just motivate yourself. Calligraph Jones coming in with the Chocha. Keep it locked.
Lakini umegoma hautoki Georgia. Forex unaosha bila kopi Georgia. Ocha wanajua weni doki Georgia. Bogi wanasema weni bosi Georgia. Idea uwezi cheza loki Georgia. Check the somolo once again, na ile injili wanapenda. Other than rapo bado ni mwili na jenga. Doba napiga buda mitili ya benga. Popularity imefanya nibadili mamrenga. Bad mind kisirisiri anatengwa. Anomolo fiche ndafirifiri kwa dema. Check yule boy wa chili analengwa. Bata mnyamarebo kame katilili wa menza. Kijibizana mtaita kuduru, kijibishana na kuta kusushuru. Nipanja sana dakika 5 anyiwa Kenya lazima mkoe na msimamo. Kama unanoti kuna demo menoki anakuliza kauko na moto
Chocha.
Kanjalalia shakupa notice lakini umegoma hautoki.
Chocha.
Tunaosha bila kopi. Chocha. Wote wanajua weni do.
Chocha.
Wote wanasema weni bosi. Chocha. Idea uwezi cheza loki. Chocha. Dopate views but
Yes, finally, my quote of the day is nothing is impossible. The word itself says impossible. So today, know that everything is possible. Nothing on this world is impossible. If you put your head into it and you put in work, everything is very achievable.
Yes, mine is just to remind you a new week brings new opportunities to achieve your goals and make a positive difference in your life.
Kidede you may earn more. Agenge Grammy tungeletewa na kanso. Ze Kenya ni kapuna reggae ama danso. The conscious ako juu ya ngwete hapo sanfo. People on a budget strictly. Hatupendangi burden sisi. Yoyoleli fanya nijue kubargain fiti. Free parking the only reason iko Garden City. If they charge me na tell get Mr. Patel. Vibes do, awezi taka beef na cartel. I had to make a choice at the streets I myself. Jumta squeezy my boys wanna snitch na lapel. The new definition of kidungi umejipinda when fundi when gangster uko na kikundi. Shut the fuck up bro lundi. Una glorify chocha meribu mziki imefanya hii job ikai mboka historical proper boy child anakapitia kosetu juu kama toria taitonga. Bloggers our verified story to all the victims wako terrified sorry. Chocha imejuwi game ikai bori na nyi mpasho bitch I hope you die slowly. Kuna demo menoki anakuliza kauko na moti. Chocha Renkuja kanjalalia shakupa notice lakini umegoma hautoki. Chocha Forex unaosha bila kopi. Chocha Wocha wanajua weni doki. Chocha Bogi wanasema weni bosi. Chocha Idea uwezi cheza loki. Chocha kila kitu chocha. Chocha Chocha kila kitu chocha. Chocha Chocha every Monday Friday 5 show.
Yes, family, karibuni sana. I hope you guys are rather having a fantastic one. I see John Mosquito in the building with us on TikTok and Asama, did he just say Mr. Patel? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. The only word I had here was Olundi.
Chocha.
And Chocha. You know Olundi's ass. Yes.
I know.
So sad. But anyway, how do you
How
feel about
is it sad?
aliambia sijui kama wewe sijui umefanya nini Olundi.
Oh.
Yeah, alitusimse.
Matako wewe.
Matako hole. Asshole.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
I calligraphed it again. But karibuni Kitty, how are you?
I'm fine.
How was your weekend? Happy Monday by the
Happy
way.
Monday to you, Tushmani.
Yeah.
The Monday is already old, but anyway,
Yeah.
my weekend was. I was not feeling well from Thursday,
Yeah.
and on Saturday I was still not okay. But I was. I went to the hospital on Saturday morning because from there I started feeling okay, and I'm good. I didn't go anywhere because this cold, you can't even sit.
Sit coming.
Yeah, you can't even sit next to people because I was sneezing and then the mucus comes out.
So you are currently saying we are sick. All of us. You've
Yeah.
given us the disease.
No, I've not given you Shmani. I'm keeping my distance.
But
But
his distance.
but right now you cannot get it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Katie. Nice
it's
to
just
see
a
you.
common cold.
Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're okay. Friday was really hard for us. Of course, on the Rhythm Sculpture, we were surviving last Friday.
Man, hey.
They couldn't tell though. That is why we say we are good at our work. Literally, you can never tell what's up on the ground. But karibuni sana. My weekend was good, even if you're not asking. I know you had asked me in the morning, but let me just repeat for people because we are going to have this on replay later. My weekend was amazing. Let me know, guys, how yours was. I was home, chilling, playing, all that. I did laundry, kama kawaida. I made chapatis.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sawa chef.
I was feeling. I even posted a video on YouTube. Congratulations to me.
Congratulations to you,
Thank you,
Shmani.
Katie. Thank you so much. But my weekend was good, and I can't complain. Now, it's a beautiful Monday. Over this weekend, a lot was happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had the memorial of Jaramogi Odinga held in Kisumu City, and we saw people coming to support and to be with the family members. And amongst those people was the governor of Mombasa, the former first lady Kenyatta. We saw, of course, Raila Odinga and his family members. We saw the senator of Nairobi. You know, we saw Wetangu. A lot of people were in the building. And what is happening is there was a surprise guest. Guess what? Guess who? Guess who? Who is the one of the loudest? Okay, let me not use loudest. Exactly. And I'm so right, because the video is crazy. I mean, if you can see, like, everybody's chilled, sitting, just, you know, people are, of course, memorial is not that happy moment because you remember the life lived. But again, there was like a lot of uncomfortable ways or tension when he came in, because people were like, what? And now everybody was making noise. There was a little noise in church, you know, and stuff like that. But
so he came when the ceremony had already kicked off.
Yeah, in the middle.
Oh.
Yes, and he was
attention seeker, that one.
Of course, and he was uninvited. Just know that, and he popped up. Let us not forget, Kurio, of course, has a background with the ODM or the Azimio, since he supports the other political party, and we've seen him as one of the most outspoken. You can feel the tension. Of course, it's not gonna play. So he comes in, says hi to everybody in the front line, and of course he's given a chair. Nobody was expecting him, so he had to sit on a plastic chair, and it was just crazy. I mean, I saw it and I'm like, what? The audacity. I don't know.
Maybe he was sent by the government to represent the government, because from the other side, whom did we see coming from the UDA? Yeah,
and let us not also forget that Jaramogi Oginga was a very influential fighter for Kenyan independence.
No.
So, I mean, he was influential.
I beg to differ.
Tell me how.
It's just like the way we know the story of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. You know, we know, or what we're taught is that he was a freedom fighter, but these people were working towards betraying Kenya. They were not freedom fighters.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that we know. But Kenyans know him.
Yeah.
What Kenyans know is one
Kenyans
of the people who fought for Kenyan freedom. You know. Jaramogi Oginga, Pola Yako.
Actually, he is known most formally. He's known for being the first Prime Minister of Kenya. Yeah. Not a freedom fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known to be the first Prime Minister of Kenya.
Is it the first Prime Minister or the first? The first Prime Minister
was
is
it
Raila.
Vice President?
Vice President, because we've only had one Prime Minister.
Okay,
it was
Vice
only
President.
Vice President of Kenya. Yeah, so that is maybe a reason as to why they came in, but that is just a shenanigan. I want in my future life, I want the confidence of Moses Kuria. This guy has confidence that you can't put him down. You know those people that you think you're gonna put down and they come back in strong. They're like, man, I'm not gone. You all thought I'm gone? Welcome. This is Kuria back again, strong like I never left. I really want that confidence.
Sit back and watch.
Because this is what's up. I love his confidence. Nobody beats Moses Kuria's confidence. But again, also this weekend we had, the red eye disease. Yeah, red eye disease now is a disease that turns your eyes red, and then you feel like a strong migraine on your head, or rather on your side, the other sides of it. Like, it comes as a migraine, and it's super crazy. Now we saw Rosary. She's a Tanzanian female rapper, and she came in to say, I have caught this red eye disease, and of course everybody around me, since we're in contact, my baby and everything, our house help and everybody that is around me has actually caught the red eye. And later we even saw people like Candy Christine coming out to say they have actually caught it. And we also had Dufla. I read somewhere I saw
Yeah,
Dufla say he's
yeah.
also, so I think it's like an outbreak. I
There's
don't-
an outbreak, and the government of Tanzania announced it and told people to stay intact and also to take precautions.
Yeah.
It had announced it before even Rosary got it.
Oh.
But the disease is actually even in Kenya
Yeah.
right now. So in case you are in it's actually in the coastal areas.
Yeah.
So if you are in contact with somebody who came from Mombasa yesterday and they are having it, you will definitely have
But
it.
again, I don't think Dufla is in Mombasa.
Yeah, maybe
in Nairobi.
Maybe he had traveled
probably.
or maybe he was in contact with somebody who was from there, because I've not seen it affecting people in Nairobi. But maybe it has already gotten to Nairobi. You know how diseases travel. You know, this one is traveling like the so-called COVID-19.
Yeah.
So if you are in contact with people with the red eye disease, and now you get it.
So they said you wash your hands, keep yourself clean. Some were saying sanitize. I don't know what it is about.
I'm wondering also, how do I, it's my eyes getting affected.
But it comes with the headache. Maybe it's contact, Katie, because
No,
somebody who
I'm
is next to
wondering
you-
now, how does sanitizing and the eyes come?
How did it come to your eye? Of course, it got maybe through handshake or through something.
Anyway.
Because it can't just go to eye, Katie.
Mambo ya wasayansi hayo.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is about mostly. I will
Uh-huh.
definitely get to find out. Nobody has talked much about it.
Uh-huh.
And, let's wait and see what is happening. But just know it's there, just in case you have this red eye, don't feel scared, you're not dying. Somebody was saying, I've not smoked weed or banga, and my eyes is red. So don't feel scared. You're not alone. I mean, that
I
is the
saw
only...
people saying that now people are going to take advantage of this. In Tanzania, you're going to be in a class very stoned, and the teacher won't notice. You'll just say, I'm suffering from the red eye.
But if you're having red eye, you're told also to stay at home now. Because people are saying you have to stay.
You're infecting others.
Yeah, you're infecting others.
So you have
because
to quarantine yourself.
something like that. But I don't know how it goes off. I don't know if it has it has like medication and stuff like
Of
that.
course, it has to have.
I don't know much about it.
I
but
also don't know.
we'll get to find out. Just know you're not alone in this. At least that is something positive. Hauko peke yako. If something happens, we are many.
together.
We are together. But anyway, there is a woman here.
Uh-huh.
I want to play her video and I
Okay.
want us to react.
The
to it.
increasing rate of single motherhood in Kenya is caused by women, not by men. Look, you go opening your legs anyhowly to people who are not interested in building a family, who cannot marry you and tell you, I want us to have a kid. In marriage, committing, and then you go getting pregnant, and then you come here yapping. It is men who are making us single mothers. It is you making yourself a single mother. Stop yapping nonsense. Go and get married and get pregnant in Weldrock for somebody who is ready to have kids and take care of them. And when you get married, stop getting divorced. Stick there. Stay put. Mnaondokea marriages, you give up because you are not happy, and then you come yapping that it is men causing high rate of single motherhood. Blame your freaking selves. It is not the men that carry pregnancy up to 9 months. It is the women. Style the freak up.
Style the freak up. That got me.
What a freak.
What a freak. What a freak.
This hey, who is that?
She's a TikToker.
Hey,
Her name is Gadon.
TikTok, we have given so much people, so much mediocre content, attention. Now, what is she talking about? So, I'm supposed to stick in a marriage that is not working in the name of I don't want to become a single mother. Single mothers are the ones causing this single motherhood because they go and open their legs to men who don't want them. Lol. Kitakuramba hata wewe. Women, sometimes I wonder what is wrong with people. This is a woman talking as if she will never get married. Or maybe she has no plans of getting married. But at a time in her life, a man might come and do the same thing. And tumuone amerudi kwa streets, and she'll become a single parent just like the way she's telling people are. It's just crazy with people. Now, she's coming talking so ill about single mothers and single motherhood, and I don't think these women are the most of the cases. You will find that single mothers are not the cause of them being single and raising their children on their own, because one, you might be in a relationship that is not working and you decide to leave. You might be in a relationship that is abusive and instead of losing your life, you decide to walk out. So how is that your fault, becoming a single mother? So you'd rather stick in a place where you know you're going to get killed or you are at a risk of losing your life than being a single mother. This is what she means. Man, this woman is a, hey, I don't want to call her an idiot, but she's so dumb, so illiterate, and I don't know who told her she can give advice to women. I don't know who told her that she can give advice to single mothers. And she's so dumb.
If you look at her, she probably looks like she's 20 or even 19 or max below 22. Like she's that age, you can tell. And of course, this is somebody who has not gotten into marriage, or rather somebody who has not gotten into a serious relationship leading to marriage, because you can't actually blame. Let's talk about single mothers who are left by whose husbands are widows. You know, that is a single mom. A widow is a single mom, right? Because she has raised her kids, right? Let's talk about those who didn't manage and raised good mannered kids. Katie, why is she coming to talk like this? And then I'm thinking, because I yapped in the morning about it, I don't even feel like talking about it much, because I'm like, first and foremost, you've not faced marriage. You come for people, you tell me marriage is not about happiness. You can't be living marriage just because you're not happy. Now this is somebody is telling you, even stay in marriage. And this is the African mentality we are talking about, Katie. I have sisters and cousins who have actually tried once to get out of marriages. And when they come back home, they're being sent back by their parents. You can't leave your marriage till death, hata kama unapigwa, even if it's violent, even if it's nothing.
Now,
stay dark in
that.
Unajua. And Katie, I'm so sure you've heard about those stories in African sets. And I'm thinking, like, this is an African perspective. It's just so sad because people have gotten away from that. And it means that if you, and I always say one thing, if you're not happy, means I am, doesn't mean I'm not happy too.
Yeah.
If your marriage didn't work, don't mean
that
my marriage
won't work.
Maybe yours worked, mine is not gonna work. But it doesn't mean that now marriage is so bad and it's all about sadness. If I know that marriage is not about happiness, then why would I want to go to marry or rather into marriage? It's crazy, because if people are selling the fact that, and it's not the first time I heard that. You remember that day we had a talk here with Kamlesh on the show sometime back on Tubonge, and he was saying marriage is not about happiness. I'm like, you can't tell me. I want to get married. I want kids at a certain point. I want a family, and I'm not gonna take nothing less if it's not for my own happiness. And I'd rather get out of that marriage. Call me a single mother the way you want. View me in the society how you want. But I chose me. At least I had the confidence. Katie, you want to tell me that women are out there being beaten, being butchered each and every day? We've seen a lot of men beating women, and now they have to stay in the mentality of marriages. And then the worst part is, she's saying, you go out there, open your legs to men. All right? Let me ask you, Katie. If you and I keep saying relationship is about being open, about telling your partner I want this. And I like partners who are really, really true, and they tell you their own intention. Be intentional at the first time. Don't wait and lie to a woman, because I'm so sure a woman would not go and get pregnant if you didn't promise her something better. And unless those evil women who actually want to trap men, you know, kuna wale wabaya too, they're like, man, I see potential in this man, he's rich, he has something figured out, now let me trap him so that he can marry. Those are evil people, because you find like those type of marriages don't exist. But a man who comes and tells you, hey, I really, really like you, but I don't want marriage, right? If you get in that relationship, you get into what you know. And it's better to hurt somebody, say something hurtful, but it is the truth. so that you don't go and hurt each other. There are people who promise heaven on earth. Oh, I'll take care of you. Oh, just give birth to, I want a child, and they dump you. Now, those are the people I don't want. But a person who was sincere from the start, people are mature, Katie. How many people have open marriages? A lot. How many people have, friends with benefits?
So many.
And they don't complain because they actually agree to that. So I don't actually agree with you go bust it open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there, and then you expect them, and then when they leave, and then the worst part is the woman in this story is the victim, and she comes out to make it like the man is the women are inasemanga wanawake ni what of progress.
They are enemies of their own.
Of their own, literally. That is what I got from this.
Yeah, but man, this woman should be found and whipped. Get whipped thoroughly, because this thinking, we don't deserve it, we don't need it around even in Kenya or even anywhere in Africa. Because why would you think like that? You're so young, man, and the thinking is already rotten.
Yeah.
Now, hey, imagine now having a person who thinks like this as your mom.
Katie, I was looking at this woman, and maybe I'm like, because I was trying to look at it, and I'm like, maybe it's because she's used to that. Unaget, she has been raised from families where she has seen people thriving into that marriage, however bad it is. So that is what they know as marriage. Marriage ufai kutoka. Na hivyo ndio huko. So you grow up knowing that this is how it's supposed to be. You don't even think about yourself. So I think maybe it's also because of upbringing. Sometimes upbringing happens, Katie.
Manze, but now this thinking is rotten, man. She should be whipped.
I know, it's crazy. Some woman is married to a chef on TikTok, and the chef is the husband. All right. Now, having a chef, professional chef in the house, meaning most times he won't be cooking. He's cooking, and he's actually chef kwa kuhaya. So when he doesn't have orders, he cooks at home. Most times, I mean, the woman is never in the kitchen, and it is not bad because the husband is a chef. So one day, they have 2 kids, very young. So one day what happens is the son finds the mom in the kitchen. Guess what he tells the mom? Why are you doing man's work?
Wow.
Because he doesn't know women are supposed to be
cooking.
Exactly, because he has seen that the father does this all the time. And a kid is innocent. You know? A kid is really, and the mom is like, what? How did I teach my kids this? Of course, she's like, I like it, but I wish he knew the truth that this is not a man's work. Mostly it is for women, and I don't believe men shouldn't do that. If he's a chef and he doesn't have a problem with in fact, if it is your hobby, you just find yourself doing it because you're passionate about it. But imagine situations where this boy grows and knows that men are the ones who are supposed to be cooking in the kitchen all time. So when he grows up, that is what he'll know. He'll never know better. See, that is what I'm saying. This other woman who is actually talking about, men are not supposed to, women are being blamed for being,
But at your age, I don't know who told you can be advising single ladies. Just get married, and then we watch you a successful marriage, and after that you can come and advise us, because there is no way you'd encourage women who are in a relationship that are not going anywhere to stay in them, relationships that are abusive to stay in them.
Yeah.
We've seen even people getting butchered in relationship. We have seen even
dying.
Yeah, we've seen a lot. Not only even women. We even have single fathers.
Yeah.
We have single fathers, we have single mothers. So you can't tell me that now a single father went there and made a woman pregnant just because he wanted to become a single father. Why is it only that you're accusing women right here? Man, you better grow up and realize that the advice you're trying to give is invalid.
Period.
Windy Springs Water Refill Station. Quench your thirst the sustainable way with Windy Springs Water Refill Station. Are you in search of pure, refreshing drinking water that's both convenient and affordable? Look no further than Windy Springs Water. You gotta go to destination for premium purified drinking water Call 0742-143869 to stay hydrated. 0742-143869 to stay hydrated. Located in the heart of Everett Center, opposite Quickmart Supermarket, Window Springs offers variety of sizes to fit your hydration needs. Choose from 500 milliliters, 1 liter, 5 liters, 18.9 liters, and 20 liters, available to refill at incredible price of just 250 shillings. That's not all. Experience the convenience of doorstep deliveries. Just call 0742-143869 and Windy Springs will bring the freshness of pure drinking water right to your doorstep absolutely for free. Planning an event or a wedding, Windy Springs caters to all occasions. Ensure your guests are staying hydrated with our quality purified water. Making your special day even more memorable, call 0742-143869 for incredible deals. Stay refreshed, stay healthy with Windy Springs water. Visit us today at Everest, Ongaterongai, and stay hydrated.
Yes, welcome back. I hope you guys are rather enjoying this amazing session with us. Let me see if we have people on TikTok. John Mosquito is answering. It's called the Indian Herb Shmani. What is that? I don't remember what I'm talking about. But shout out to you, John Mosquito. And the 10 people already who have been with us. Kindly, before you leave, make sure you show some love. Tap the like screen button and definitely interact with us on the chat page, or rather on the top chat. Now, Katie, there's a conversation. I want us to discuss this as women. Is it true that hakuna mimba ya accident, and why? Now, people have been saying, or rather I've been talking about accidental pregnancies. I want to know your thought about it. Do you agree?
Hadi mimi nashangaanga mtu akisema ati ilikuwa accident. Okay, you can get pregnant accidentally.
How is it accidental?
Okay, because maybe you didn't want to get pregnant, but you got pregnant. Maybe ulitumia safety pills hazikuwork. You know, by the way, last week, I don't know how I forgot to talk about this, but last week, I saw one of the most counterfeited products right here in Kenya is the P2, the morning after pills. The P2s. Especially the green ones. Those are the most counterfeited products right here, year 2024 in Kenya. So I was saying, nilienda under that comment, I saw people saying, no wonder nilipata ball, no wonder yangu haikuwork, you know. And you can maybe use the safety pills or the morning after pills after you've done what you've done, and then they bounce. They don't work. Why are you laughing?
Done what you've done.
Get done with it.
Alright.
Anyway, you get pregnant, and you know, sometimes you might not know, and that is how it gets accidentally. That is how you get pregnant.
That is unwanted.
Yeah, it is unwanted, of course.
It's not accident. Accident meaning imekuja ukujua. The moment you may have sex, there is pregnancy automatically. There is no accident. The moment you bust it open, there is no accident in any way, Katie. You bust it open, raw, you knew there is pregnancy. So the after pill is just to actually come to, help you, or,
to make sure
there is no pregnancy. But there is nothing to do with
But
accident.
now it comes.
Exactly, but that is not accidental, because accidental, Katie, like accident is you didn't know, right? Accidental, you didn't expect. But the moment you're having sex, you actually
maybe you got you are on your safe days, and then
those are the problems now we have with women. And I do believe so. There is nothing. Personally, I don't believe there is no accidental pregnancies unless the P2 actually didn't work. But again, the moment you bust it open, the moment you have raw sex, there is always there is always a pregnancy possibility of 99%. whether you're in safe days or not. I have never believed in that thing. I've never believed
But they
in
do work.
I've never believed in safe days, Katie. Never ever have I believed in safe days hata siku moja. Because I do believe the moment you are having unprotected sex, then definitely there is a very 99.99 possibility of, it's like you're telling me I should believe in pull out.
It does work though.
I don't.
It does work.
I don't believe so, because I believe there is that one chance.
But money pull out does work.
Don't convince me otherwise. Because I won't agree.
Sasa unataka kusema watu wako infertile hapa hivi?
Not really. I'm not talking about infertility. I'm just trying to
No, money. No, if you tell us that you don't believe in pull out, and most of the people right here uses a pull out method,
Yeah.
you want to mean that these people, they are maybe infertile?
I'm not saying they're infertile, Katie. I'm trying to say there is that possibility.
Yeah, but
Yes, and
they've never gotten pregnant.
for me that there is a chance. For me that there is a chance to get pregnant, then it's not an accident. For me, I do believe kama pili ilikata kufanya, then of course we can talk about the pill didn't work, the pill was a counter. And I'm also believing that those people say it is unwanted pregnancy. Let us not talk about it was accidental, as if you didn't know you were having sex. Like you knew it very well. You knew you were gonna get pregnant at that point. So
you know, you've reminded me a crazy story I read because stories African Jiwa.
yeah.
Where people are crazy. Can I give you this story?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm sipping juice. I have all
Okay,
the
so
time.
there was this guy who was this guy has a crazy girlfriend. So this girlfriend wanted a child, and the guy didn't want a child. So they are doing coitus, and they use protection condoms, of course. Imagine who Dave alienda akachukua ile kondomu ya nini imetumiwa with the gums akajimwagia kwa
And she got pregnant. Yeah, but I also saw Drake saying that I think he said that nowadays I think he leaves or he bans.
yeah,
He
you
bans
want
it because
to carry them or ban them. Women out here are crazy, man.
why would you do that though? And then I know
If
very
I
well.
want to trap you, money,
I know very well, but then that is supposed to be. You're supposed to go to jail.
you're
for that.
supposed to be jailed for that,
Because
man.
it was not the agreement was we had
Yeah.
protected sex. Then why are you going out there?
Collecting my gum.
You're a psycho.
It's actually collecting.
It's crazy. But I see people on the building, and this is somebody called Looking, anasema tuacheni kuongelelea hii story. Judek nilifunga bao kwa post sikuwa nafaa kufunga. In the body, that's a girl liked to party. She used to drink a lot. She realized she was pregnant after 3 months. She attempted to abort in vain. Somebody saying very true, unless it's rape. Somebody saying, what about methodology if you fail? I think that is the only time where we can say this was unwanted. But again, the moment you don't take that morning after pill, then definitely Keti kuna watu tu wana riskingi. Hapo like siwezi pill na jana have raw sex and she's expecting not to have
kuna
to be
mtu
pregnant.
aliniambia ati akihave sex alafu ameze mara moja ezikabo.
So unaona watu kama hao huwezi wasaidia, because that is some dumbass thinking. Like it makes sense, because I don't believe. Personally, I do agree with tell me if there is unwanted sex. I don't believe in accidental sex, and just in case you want
There is
to
nothing
consult,
like accidental sex,
Yeah.
but now accidental pregnancies we can talk.
I don't believe so. I disagree with Katie. But anyway, that is just another conversation as we get to some of stories or other news and updates that happened during this weekend. Was the Kitengela, how do we say it? I want to look for. So something happened in Kitengela, and what happened is there was an accident, and a woman was driving this car, and so this woman hit a border guy. And so the border guys got all out furious and decided to storm the car, beat the people in the car, and almost to death, only to be rescued by the police. Now we talked about this in the morning. I really want us to elaborate on it so that we can leave it here. So when somebody comes and watches this, kindly also tell us your thought about it on the comment section. Yeah, Katie, go first.
Well, I bet I said it all in the morning, and you know, it's just crazy with how these boda guys are always ready to act and react to whatever is happening. Even right here, just scream, hey! You will see the first people to come are the boda guys, and you know, it's just crazy with how they are always furious, even with something they don't know.
Yeah.
Even, you know, they're just waiting to react on or act on whatever is happening. And you know, I saw this story and it was very sad. This was an expensive car.
Yeah.
And you know, I even thought that this was a hit and run case, but only to realize that this person that was hit or the guy or the owner of the car that hit them didn't even escape, didn't run away. She was still there. She was a woman who was driving, and she was still there. She actually stopped because she realized that something had happened, only for her car to get stoned and her to be beaten. There was a man that was in that car that was beaten thoroughly, and you know, it's so sad because it was an accident. She didn't wake up knowing that she's going to hit or saying or aiming to hit a person.
Yeah.
So this was just an accident, and I hate this brutality that comes with these boda guys, because at the end of the day they can also cause accidents. What if now we decide that we are going to gang up on them just like the way they are ganging up on people?
Yeah.
It's so bad. This should stop, and they should be arrested, and they should be made to pay for the damages they caused on that car. Did you see how they destroyed the car?
It doesn't have all mirrors. There are big stones in the big, like matofari.
Like they were throwing
bricks.
big stones.
Yeah, big bricks, and it's just crazy.
They were not even afraid of they might hit the people inside. They
Yeah.
actually, it's like they wanted to hit them.
To hit them, exactly. Now, I was telling you about this in the morning. I'll still give the same story. In Kisumu, before, and I told you this was the former Minister of Education, Mutula Kilonzo. Let me confirm the name right. He was the Minister of Education in April 2023, and he was also the Senator of Makueni in 2013, and he defeated Harun Mwau. Now, Mutula Kilonzo, he I think he passed, R.I.P. And before My Dress My Choice, and this is the reason, I know probably you don't know why My Dress My Choice came in.
I remember, because even the same incident you're talking about also happened somewhere around our place.
Yes. Now, My Dress My Choice came in from you know, where people used to dress, women used to dress up, and there were people harassing and beating them. Now, when I was in high school, pale hivyo Kisumu girls, before we went, we used to go for shopping at Tuskys. Sasa hapo hivyo Tuskys kulikuwa na, cause Kisumu Katie, ini before di Manduthi, ilikuanga bike, bicycle. Those times ulikuwa unabebwa na bike, hakukuwa na Uber or anything. Ni bicycle, like unakaa hapo nyuma hivi, unaendeshwa kama Mluya. You get? Waluya na bicycle. That is what I mean. So what happened is, kulikuwa na wase, of which walipanda kidogo class wakanunua manduthi. But our say they used to beat women up, tear your clothes apart, leave you naked, start caning you, and you're the daughter of somebody. And sometimes you're not even skimpily dressed, Kate. Maybe I didn't crop top. I'm like, people used to even be scared to pass kwa hiyo supermarket. Mostly women, they're like, hapana. Watu wabai kwa Tuskys wanakwaga wabaya. And there were incidences where women were actually beaten up and all that stuff happened, till ikafika point yenye now the Minister of Education came to say, my choice. Let everybody dress the way they want, because you have the freedom to get dressed. But again, however much that came in, it's just so crazy, because we find out that, you know, when we compare it with what is happening to the Nduthi guys, and it's not even once. A lot of times we go to these streets, you know, we talk to the Nduthi guys. Some other day we were with this Nduthi guy, and he was looking at my ass, wanted to touch it, behaving weird. Do you remember? Talking on Katie's ears, like, and then his ears like is loud, is stinking. I mean, everybody in the group is calm and they are just ready to answer questions. But there is always one mad one in every market. So Nduthi guys are crazy. Even when I was in Embakasi, there was a place where ulikuwa naambiwa Nduthi wa hiyo stage hapa hapana. Hiyo stage wako na tabia mbaya. Unajua? There is that just rowdiness. Sometimes even this one's down here. Hapa tu iko na ya kuingia hapa. Every time we pass there, there is hostility. You remember the other time they wanted to beat us up? You putting cameras on my face. We like they call us names, and it's always very, very bad because it comes from the Nduthi guys. Sometimes you're not even shocked. So with that knowledge of knowing what Nduthi guys are and what they do, I was not really gonna take sides, because I'm like, there's a rightful way of handling stuff. If this woman was driving, probably it was an accident. And by the way,
Of
an
course it was
accident,
an
I don't
accident.
know. I didn't plan for it. It happened. Let us find a reason as to why it happened first and foremost. Let's not take matters into our hands. Because sometimes, Katie, we are talking about these people being helped by the police officers. So if it was not police officers, and even the worst part is not even the woman who was driving that was beaten more, even those people behind. So what did those people behind deserve to be beaten like that? This is why you find Nduthi guys banning people outside. And sometimes there was a woman whose kids were banned. 2 kids. You remember? In Mombasa. Now, I think one of the kid, they're twins, so they're brothers. So I think moja alipatwa sijui wakiiba, or they confused him, right? Because the mom is saying my kids are good. They're good. Everybody in the society is like, I see you. So maybe they confused. Ndio kuna ile time unaweza jipata tu you're the wrong one. I don't know if you've ever met. Sometimes ukibiwa, mtu mwenye amekuibia ndiye anakugeuzia. Na anaanza kuita mwezi, you know, start stuff. So it was that accident, that incident. And the Nduthi guys went banning this guy with tires, right? So the brother came out and saw the brother crying. Started asking, please don't ban him. Wakasema walikuwa pamoja. Wakaban wangapi? And the mom comes in, anapata vijana wake wote burnt to ashes. Dead. Only to find later that it was mistaken identity and this has happened. Nduthi men. How do you explain that?
Man.
And you want us to take part. Now, I have seen something about that. I'm gonna read it real quick on, that story of the Nduthi guys. Now, what is happening is police have conducted an operation in Kitengela, and they've arrested 20 boda riders who are involved in stoning a female driver. Now, that is what is happening. Apparently, 20 people have been arrested by the police because they were involved in the stoning of that woman. And if it was not the police coming to help this woman, we will be talking about murder cases. And who would we blame? So they should be used as an example so that they can teach this. Sometimes I say school is important, but again, other people are just stupid. Hooligans. Let me use the term hooligans. Rowdy, and it don't make sense for me. It is so sad, and I can imagine the trauma that woman is gonna face. The mental trauma every time she catches a car, and maybe the car was not insured. It's crazy. That is what is happening, and I don't know how we can help. What do you think can be done to the Nduthi guys though?
Man, these people, and this is why I say that these people should first even show a certificate of maybe high school education for them to be given a license to operate that motorcycle. Because at the end of the day, you cannot, most of these people, we don't even know if they are sane. Maybe they are insane people in the roads, on the roads, because the way they behave, these people, like, they don't behave like normal human beings. Sometimes you're just walking, and these people are starting to throw names at you, and you've not even talked to them, you've not even looked at them. I believe, one, they should be checked if, now a certificate showing their sanity should be required. And also as a high school certificate, also that they should also be taught on how to conduct themselves on the roads, because they, you know, these people operate on the roads like the road is theirs only.
Yeah.
They want to pass even in the middle of a bus and a matatu and a lorry, and they just want to squeeze themselves in. They don't care what accident they might cause. You know, most of the time you've seen accidents, and most of them are caused by border borders. And you know, border borders are so easy to run. You know, they will cause an accident, ama ipite katikati ya gari zigongane na yeye amepotea. Most of them cause a lot of accidents. So I believe they should be also be taken back to school and be taught on how to conduct themselves on these roads.
Yeah, I think the license is agreeable. Before you go, you're supposed to actually go through schooling. That can really help, so that they can be verified as sane people, legitimate people who are able to drive on these roads. And most of the time you find most of the accidents are caused by these border guys. Unajua, anataka kupita gari, anataka kufanya wrong turn, unajua, stuff like that. And you find most of them, and probably maybe even the mwenye aligongwa was on the wrong, but they didn't want to know. It's crazy. Anyway, before we come to the end of the show, let's talk about electricity, Kate. Electricity bill is crazy.
Yeah, it went high last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, last week, but a few weeks ago. Now, I saw BN coming out to say he has been hit with a 17,000 mid-month, Katie, electrical bill. 17,000. We are on the 20th. It's not the end of the month. How are we at 17,000? Hata kama ni nini, Katie? I was saying this in the morning. And you can bear me witness. My place is Wangi fridge. For what reason? The bill is crazy, because if it's only refrigerator that is working, because I don't use mostly electronics, right? I'm not even at home most times, and if I have to switch on my fridge for a whole month, I'm gonna pay around 3,000 on the, like, minimal 3,000. Sometimes it can go even to 3,000 pay. And I thought he was lying till somebody came out and said, mine came 10,000 shillings. And Kate is not a lie, because I do remember one time nailisha in the 4th day, nimebaki na unit moja. So you can tell me how much are these people, and what is supposed to be done, because it is high time. Hatuwezi kuwa tunaibia watu nini. Like literally,
like any prices the tokens zilipanda, unajua.
I know, but Kate is 17,000.
Unajua pia, it depends with how you using it. Maybe huyu anafua na stima na nini.
Kate, however much unafua unafanya nini home. Kate, 17,000.
You know, also we know very well that the prices have gone high, so we should complain about the prices and also the KPLC.
What is supposed to be done?
I don't know what is supposed to be done, but something has to be done, because we've complained about this for the longest time. Unajua walianza kutoa tokens 5 za so wakapeleka 4. Saizi ziko 3.
Yes.
You know, we are heading to a place that itakuwa 2. Unajua. So at the end of the day, I don't know what needs to be done, and right now we know very well that KPLC is a private entity.
Yeah.
So we don't know what will be
if
done.
we are at this point and we're just at the start, so you can imagine what the future holds for Kenya Power. It's crazy, Katie. I was thinking, and I saw this on the comment section, somebody saying, you know, it's high time we stop only have to have one supplier of electricity. Maybe a little competition itawashow, or rather kuna tu venye Katie wanaiba juu they're the only suppliers, because we can have answers, but again they might also be because I don't understand how 17,000 in 20 days nani keja CAT aya BN himself. Acha tukue realistic, he lives with the wife, they don't have kids. Boy is always outside traveling each and every day, not even in the country. So how did we get to 17?
Man, doesn't make sense.
You don't. It's a lot of stealing that needs to stop. But before also that, there's a picture that has caused an outrage by what is to be believed a muddy classroom. You've seen it.
Yeah.
See
It's
this.
disturbing.
It's really. What can you say about?
It's
Imagine.
like a cow shed. Hata cow shed ni better.
And haijamalizwa nje. There is no window, right? So when it rains, it hits the classroom. Looks like it rained. Ikaingia na because haina wall. Hakuna mlango. It doesn't have a wall. Wameka pen. This is why your students are reading. This is what you call a public school, sponsored by the government. Guess in which county? Kericho. The president is from exactly. I'm not even that. I'm not even from that perspective. If you see this is so disturbing, family, because I'm like, you expect our kids to learn through this. You expect them to pass exams. You expect them to, and then you're saying, oh, they're public schools. Where are you, shule? You were telling me the other time about this student that was taken to school by. Yes, I don't know who that is.
I bet you.
I know, but I don't know what she stands for. Who is she?
She's just someone, an influencer.
An influencer, right? So I'm like, okay, with this disturbing factor and picture going viral, how do you expect and talk about, oh, educational system in Kenya is supposed to be like this, educational system in Kenya is free, the government is doing a lot for education, nobody is gonna pass exams, nobody is going to, it's just so disturbing. I don't know what to say about this, but things need to be done better. And the president, or rather the minister of education, is supposed to be checking on this. We can't have these schools, and yet you're claiming so well that you are paying for school fees, you are helping students, and students are supposed to get A's and B's. With this factor, we always say a school or a studying environment should be conducive, because when you have a conducive environment, you learn, right? The environment is suitable for you to go and study, acquire knowledge, feel comfortable to learn a few things, internalize. But with this type of environment where we don't have a wall, it's just like a room halfly covered by polythene. So if when it rains on the kids, they have, and some, it looks like even they can get diseases.
Of course.
You know, some of them even pass through swamps for this. It's crazy, Katie. What can you say about it?
Man, that image is very disturbing. I saw it and I was like, man, so we still have this in Kenya, and the government is here bragging about what they have done, and they don't look at what they have not done. Look at that school, and there's a county government in that school.
Exactly.
There's an MCA in that school. There's a governor in that school. It doesn't even make sense. There's a county assembly in that route,
and even an
that
MCA.
village. It's just crazy, man. That is very sad, and it's so sad seeing students having to go through this. And you know, this is now the less fortunate, because I bet money, if you have money, you will not take your child to such a school, knowing the condition of the classrooms and the situation your child is going to learn in. You'll not take your child in there. So I bet that school is for only poor people. And who are the only poor people? It is the common mwananchi.
Exactly.
The people, the citizens, the taxpayers, because these people are not evaded from paying tax, but they don't even get the privilege of enjoying good classrooms. It is so sad, so bad. The government should be discriminated for having such classrooms in schools or having such educational sites, because that is so bad, and it's disgusting to see that picture online.
I saw King Kaka coming out to say this is the reason as to why people opt to take their kids to study outside the country.
He was actually referring to these people in the government. Anasema wao wanaweza afford kupeleka watoto wao majuu, but now when it comes to us, wanataka tupeleke watoto wetu kwa hizi public schools.
And then you hear education is key. Even without an environment, there is no key you're going to get. You're going to get only padlocks. Literally, there is no key you're going to get through that. But anyway, family, let us know your thoughts about it. We are coming to the end of our show. Thank you so much for everybody who has been with us from the start. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to Joe Mosquito. I saw anasema, hello guys, how is your day coming along? Say hi to Njeri. That is Samsi in the building, and everybody. Joe Mosquito. The 4 people with the house that didn't talk much. I see Samsi, Steven, Kamau, Rosemary, and Kosi. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Fats, you are joining us late, but we meet here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Shout out to everybody who has been with us on YouTube. Those who are going to watch this on replay, drop a comment and keep the live active. Share as much as you can and enjoy the rest part of your day, your afternoon, your morning from wherever you are.
Kwaherini family, hope to see you tomorrow early in the morning on the Vibe Show.
Yes, I'm gonna leave you with one amazing new song. This is of course Lil Feli. The song is called Rythm, featuring Scam Cardinali, Young Dreamer, and it is a drill song. Enjoy the Kenyan drill vibe and enjoy the rest part of your day.
Yeah, you already know, man.
My deal was finance, these were finance.
Little belly man, right there, I feel you already know.
Money jam,
For real, man.
checking.